So, how was your childhood? Did you grow up in a mother and father's type
No,
household?
foster. I was in foster care from 8 till I went to prison when I was 16. So,
Foster care. Explain how what's that lifestyle like?
trash. It's terrible. I mean, I can't wait till I get some money, like on some real shit, like, because I definitely will. That's like a place where my heart is. It's terrible. Like Kansas too. Kansas
So you
is.
was in Kansas foster cares.
Yeah, I was. I went to like 32 homes or something like that, and like 20 some schools in 8 years.
Wow.
Yeah.
What's some of the worst things you experienced about
Oh
foster
man,
care?
shoot. I
Give
mean,
me like two stories
oh
about the
Lord.
foster care.
Oh no. I mean, well, oh, there's all sorts of them. I got kidnapped from one spot while I was in foster care. I freaking, but I had left that spot. But like the situations it puts you in, even more so than, I mean, there's some crazy homes. Like I had this one foster mom. They had triplets, and they were 2 or 3 years old, and they would like go downstairs and like shit on the floor and stuff. And this bitch would tell us that we had to clean this stuff up. And if we didn't, she would call in school saying that we were refusing to go to school and call our social worker. And it would just look like we was lying and shit, making up stories and shit when we would tell her. My worker was cool, but the other bitches, they just get moved or what, they just got moved and whatnot because the bitch said that that she was lying, that didn't happen, even though all three of us said that it happened. Ain't that
What?
crazy?
That's
People
crazy.
are nuts. And then there's this one foster that's my second, just some basic. Fucking I had this one old lady. Her name was like Carolyn something. I don't remember. It was like South Hutchison. Old lady. This woman had this like special needs other foster girl, and she was so mean to this girl. But she had like dementia. She was like dementia mean to the girl. Like she would just like get into this other like personality, and she would just like trip on old girl and whatnot for like no, like almost to the like abuse, like verbal abuse and shit.
So, so you basically saying like through the foster care, there's no care for kids.
No,
There's no true care.
no. People don't really give a fuck. They want, because you get that check, especially like me, because like I fight. I'd fucking I'd slide on them and just like show up back up whenever I wanted and shit, like in some of the homes. So like I started raising my level, so so they get paid more if they decided to keep me in their home and shit. And so when you get to those kind of foster parents, a lot of them just like in it for the dough, for
Yeah,
sure.
yeah. And they don't try to make a connection with you
Some of,
to help you.
there's some that's cool, but a lot of them that's not. Yeah, no. They provide the basic needs and stuff, and you use out like whenever they move you.
So how did you end up in foster care?
Um, my mother is deaf, which I say that to say like, because I couldn't imagine being a deaf woman with 4 kids, like, but yeah,
Your mom was deaf,
she still is. Like she was born that way.
and
Like
she raised 4 kids
she
deaf.
didn't raise 4 kids, but she had 4 kids and housed them, and like every once in a while attempted to provide basic needs, like. But my grandparents kind of pitched in and jumped in and helped a lot too and stuff. I'm gonna roll this for 20 fucking ever. I can't multitask.
Nah, you good.
No, you good. Um, but yeah, no, my like, and so like I did a lot of like my mom, like when I was like third grade, my mom used to pull me out of school and stuff, and because my mom's super smart, like hella smart. And she used to pull me out, and she was going to school at WSU for criminal justice or whatever. She has 2 paralegals, like, or 2 criminal justice degrees. She was a paralegal for a little bit. Now she worked for DCF, but fucking she would pull me out to go up to the school with her and interpret, because she'd be embarrassed and stuff, like to having it, because when you have an interpreter, they stand at the very front of the room and whatnot. And so she just didn't like she didn't even teach us sign language, because like she didn't want people to know that she was deaf, like when we were out in public and stuff, because she could read lips really well and stuff. Like she didn't use a hearing aid. Like
How did she communicate with y'all?
she taught, like she went to the Kansas School for the Deaf in Olathe from like 2 years old until she had me. So
Well, she couldn't hear you guys.
yeah, at all. Yeah, she couldn't hear at all. She got a hearing aid and literally the same day threw it out of the window. My aunt, remember this story. My aunt's like my best friend. She was like probably like 13, 14. Me and my little brother are like younger. I'm probably like 8 or something like that. And we in the back seat and we fighting and fighting. And my mom just got her hearing aid and she takes that and she pull it out of her ear and she throw it out the car window and she looks at my aunt and she goes, "They're fucking annoying." And she fucking tossed that bitch and never put one in again.
Uh,
That shit was crazy. I'll remember that shit for the rest of my life. That's funny.